Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Zero from TechDragon.info, and today we're taking a look at this thing, the VK16.02 Leopard. And this little scout, I'm gonna have to say, is not one of my favorites. I just generally not like this thing. I, in fact, hate it. Doesn't mean that I haven't had a good game in it. I do have a good game to show you guys, but I can't recommend this tank to anyone. It just falls short in so many ways that, I'll just show you here. Let's take a look at... Oh, nope, not that. Wrong click. Back, that one. And we'll pull this one just for easy comparison. And, what the hell, let's grab another tier 5. Why not? Put it over there. And let's take a look at the guns as well. Of course, the ELC is a bit of a different story. The Leopard is a different story as well. Not helpful. So these are going to be a little bit hard to compare, but let's take a look here. So hit point wise, it's pretty much average, nothing special about it. But if we take a look at what it weighs, 21 tons, it is definitely one of the more heavier light tanks. And you do notice that. Top speed of 60, again, not really great. Traverse speed 36, not that fantastic, versus 38 and 42. Hull armor, well, it does have a little bit more armor, but that 50mm is not going to save you, so if anything, it's a hindrance rather than helpful, so that really isn't all that useful. Turret speed at 40 is not that fantastically fast as well. View range at 380 is okay, with 390 here, 360, but you'll see is not so much a spotter as a active, sort of aggressive more spotter, so And the signal, is the signal range really that bad, or did I just not put the final radio on here? Oh no, wait, I downgraded the radio. No, the radio is 700 meters. So don't look at that. I'm getting ready to sell this thing, that's why. So let's take a look at the guns. 75mm, 30mm, and a 90mm. Rate of fire of 15, 5, and well, 12 shells in a magazine. So this thing is an autoloader, so that makes things very different, but having that said, an autoloader is nice. The penetration is okay at 95. It's not fantastic, but it's okay. But you do bounce, let's say, a third of your shells if you're at medium range. Like not even, long range, just medium range. I'm talking about 100 meters or so. You will bounce 1/3 of your shells, even on the side. You will miss about 1/3 of your shells as well, so only about 1/3 of these are actually going to do damage. So you might have 12 shells, but only 4 of them or so will do damage. You're only doing like 100, I don't know, 100, let's say 150, let's be generous. While a full clip, let me quickly grab my calculator here, would be 12 times 30 is 360 damage. So it has potential for a lot of damage, but almost never you'll actually do that full damage, and that's the problem with this thing. And then you are stuck with a 17-second reload time in which you can't do anything. The acceleration of this thing and its traverse is not that fantastic, so you don't really have a good getaway tank. You can't just gun in and go like, oh crap, reloading, see ya. Which means you have to play this thing differently, but it doesn't work out. I don't know if it's me, but I'm flat out hate this thing. It's one of my worst victory ratio tanks that I own in general, that I've ever owned. It's that bad. The accuracy does not help at all. It's horrifically inaccurate. And let's quickly get out of here. There's no real other gun that is, workable. I mean, 6710, pretty bad. Even still 39 accuracy. So this is the best gun to go for, but it's just, I don't know. Like I said, I will show you guys a good replay in it, but that's pretty much the only good game I've had in this thing, and I free experienced the last couple of K just because I could not stand playing this thing. But I need to sell it because I need the room to buy the next one, so yeah, that's why I'm making this review here right now. I've played about 80 games in it and had a horrific time in it. This is actually the second time I've owned this tank. I repurchased it recently to go down this line again, but it is bad, and I completely remember why I sold it the last time. It is just, in my opinion, a piece of shit. it just cannot compete with any of the other tier 5s. Like a Chaffee will pretty much own this thing, because the Chaffee will still bounce multiple shots, and even in one clip 390 average damage or 360 will not kill it. That means you have 17 seconds to shoot him back. Let's see, in 17 seconds, can we actually, let's take a look here. Rate of fire of 15, I can't do the math right now, but you can put in multiple shots into the Leopard for the time that he empties his clip and then reloads. So during the whole reload he can't do anything. So one-on-one this thing will fail against almost anything. If you can't one clip it, you're dead. It's that simple. So maybe I've been a little bit too aggressive with it or something, but I don't know. I just it did not sit well with me, this tank, and yeah, it looks a bit silly, and the camo rating is pretty bad as well. This thing gets spotted all the bloody time. Doesn't matter where you sit with a camo net, behind bushes, it pretty much still gets spotted. So that's just one of the issues I have with this thing. It just seems to die a lot because it's big, it's not fast, the gun is not bad, don't get me wrong, it's a nice gun if you can empty it in somebody's side. If you're like right alongside somebody, you can empty your entire clip into him and do full damage. So yeah, it's a pretty nice gun. Pretty much one of the most powerful guns in its tier then. Especially on a light tank, because there's just so much damage. But more than likely you will miss a couple of shells, you will not pen a couple of shells, and your damage starts to drop drastically. Now increase the range a little bit, and the further they get away, the less this thing can do. So pretty much the gun will only function up close, right next to him, and other than that it just pretty much isn't functional. So I'm sure that people are having fun in this tank, but I mean honestly, how many of these do you see on the battlefield? Not that many, and I'm gonna say for a good reason. Let's take a look at some of the gameplay. And here we are with some gameplay. We're starting a little bit early here so we can take a look at the team listing. We have a KV85, 82 Hellcat, 2 Nashorns. Yeah, there are some squishy targets in there, so that is good. KV85 is going to be tough to pen. Easy 2, I forget its size, we can pen it frontally. Gonna be iffy, but I'll be the first to admit that I probably haven't been playing this tank to its full extent. But I also have to say on top of that, that this tank is not really good at... I'm just looking at if there's anybody going over there, and since nobody is, I'm like, nope, 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 screw that, I'm not going over there alone. What I'm saying is, and I'm actually pinging the map like, hello, this map has another side. Anywho, but the thing is, when you have a fast light tank that has a okay gun or something, you can at least fight your way out of situations. With this tank, once you exhausted your clip, yeah, that's some poor shots there. Just trying to see if I could maybe do some track damage to him. Didn't have anything else to do, so I figured might as well. But with this thing, when your clip is gone and you have not penetrated half your shots, and you know, already don't quite have a good line on them, and yeah, 336 meters away, our shells are pretty much not gonna penetrate. So not only are you severely range limited with this thing, the gun really is just for close range, you know, close of the first kind. Nashorn, and he's gone. Dang it. Cruiser over there. But see what I mean? At this kind of range, we're talking about 300-ish meters, you're gonna miss most of your shells. So far I've only penetrated 3. Remember how I said there's 12 in a clip? So out of 12, we only hit 3. That's 1/4. Yeah. That's the whole problem with this gun, and I know I'm using it as a sniper right now and it's not a good idea, but and that's too far away. I'm just trying, but you see how the spread is on the thing? This thing doesn't work as a sniper. Now, like I said, I will get closer in a bit. It's just too many of their tanks are camping base, and you know, I'm gonna get wrecked if I go in too early. So you really have to buy your time a bit and, you know, choose the moment. But as soon as you exhaust your clip, you are useless for the next 16 or so seconds. While with a normal tank, you have an opportunity to track the tank that you're dueling with every 2, 3, maybe 4 seconds. This thing, you fire off your salvo, if you don't kill him, you have 16 seconds of not doing anything. Now, if it wasn't for our artillery hitting him, I probably wouldn't even have killed the artillery there. And I would have to circle around for 16 seconds just to finish him off. And that's the big problem I have with this tank. It falls shy of being useful in most cases. I mean, you'll exhaust your clip and bullshit camo rating. That is some bullshit camo rating right there. Wow. So, yeah, that cost us our entire clip just to finish him off. If any of those shots bounced or missed, although we were, you know, point blank, but if any of them missed or bounced, we wouldn't have finished them off. So, you know, it's the whole thing is just, it doesn't quite work too well as a light tank. I mean, it has okay speed. You know, speed is acceptable. Aim time is pretty long, as you can see, by the way. Shots into the side of that Hellcat, and we're out again. Got an 88 over there. Okay, Hellcat gets finished off. Love to get the side of this 88. This is the reload. I mean, waiting and waiting and still waiting and waiting and oh, we reloaded. I'm shooting a little bit smaller bursts here, so that the aiming circle doesn't go up as far. So yeah, that didn't work out too well. Well, we got some shots in, but so. And that's the whole problem I have with this tank. It's not a bad tank per se, and I'm sure people can make this thing work, but your gun will only work up close and personal, and there's no alternative gun, just a single shotgun with decent pen and damage. So you're stuck with this gun, which is fine, but you need to get close, which increases the risk of you just getting blown up and one-shotted by, you know, tier 5, tier 6 tanks. Tier 7s. So that's kind of the whole problem with this tank. You need to get way closer than comfortable, and if, you know, a little bit of bad luck, which I seem to have a lot, then you're gonna exhaust your clip and you're not gonna be able to return fire. You know, you're just helpless at that point. Speed is not bad, acceleration is not fantastic, so getting yourself out of a sticky situation is very difficult in this tank. Like, you don't really have enough speed to actually get away from sticky situation, and you don't really have the gun to fight your way out either. So it's just the combination of factors on this tank just Trying to see, do I have a line on him? Not a very good one. Yeah, didn't quite get a shot into him. Somebody else did, so he got reset. I probably should have just gone closer by and just drive right alongside him and put shells into his face. Okay, he gets finished off. We have the easy 2, last one alive. Are we gonna reload in time to put some shells into him? Come on, come on, come on! And yes. Let's take a look at stats. So, walked away with an ace tanker. Not too bad. A spotter and a, what's that one? Fire for effect. As you can see, we spotted and damaged quite a bit of people. Got some decent spawning damage on a lot of them as well, which definitely contributed to our ace tanker. Yeah, we got some pretty good amounts there. Walked away with just shy of 1,000 experience. Did 747 damage ourselves, which still is 4th in the team, so nothing wrong with that. Fired 111 shots, only hit 39. Of those 39, only 27 penned. Yeah, you need to be close. That's the only way to make this thing work, and that's gonna mean that half the games you're just gonna get blown up in one shot, which is did 1,300 spotting damage, made 16k profit, and a grand total of 2,900 experience. So that is this tank, the VK16.02 Leopard. In short, it's just not quite good enough, especially compared to the competition at tier 5. It's just not good enough. It's not a bad tank per se, but it's not the one for me. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.